So I was playing some Frosthaven today, and I found something very strange and curious. Now, of course, the people who made Frosthaven are very much aware that some people would play it solo. Play the game, controlling all the characters on their own. And yet they made the Trials deck. So, spoilers for that, but it's also like, game's already a few years old by now. To be fair, this would have been spoilers to me yesterday. But this was one of the last buildings I unlocked. By happenstance.
Huh.
So, like, the battle goals. Nice. Like, each scenario, you get, like, a little thing, and then you can get, like, a perk, check mark, whatever.
Nice.
Yeah.
Trials are similar, but potentially more difficult to do, and are supposed to last over multiple scenarios.
Oh.
So they are kept to the individual and supposed to be hidden information from the others. And you have to try to do a thing in order to, get some kind of a benefit.
Gotcha.
So, however, some of them are insanely easy to do if you're playing solo. Because some of them are something like, oh, guess what another player's battle goal is? Like, during a scenario, guess another player's battle goal. If you get it right, this trial is completed. And, notably, like, you're supposed, when you add new rules to the game, you're supposed to get stickers that add new rules, to the game. So you can look them up and see them. However, for some reason, this did not add a new sticker to the rulebook. I checked the entire rulebook cover to cover. No new rule stickers. I had to look it up online to figure out how this worked. And so there's about 20 or so different trials. Once all of them are completed, then I guess you can, like, upgrade the building that gives you trials. So, and I only looked at, like, a few of the trials. One of them is, when you get dealt your 3 battle goals at the start, keep all of them, and you win this trial if you win that, if you complete all 3 battle goals. And that, of course, leads to questions like, do I get the extra check marks for completing extra battle goals? And also, like, the trials are supposed to be kept secret from each other, but something like that, it would be really flippin' obvious if someone had it.
Watering time. Watering time.
Like, I imagine that would be pretty obvious. Or there's one that's like, reset your deck back to, like, the starting, like, the attack modifier deck, back to its default value, and take out every positive card. So if someone has a lot of perks that adjust that deck, well, now none of them do anything. Oh, well, too bad. You have to complete a scenario like that.
Nice. All right.
And it's like, I mean, it's just complete a scenario. Like, if you get lucky and that trial goes to a character who doesn't tend to attack much, or someone who hasn't really modified their attacking deck, that's pretty easy. If it goes to one of, like, the main attacking characters, that can be pretty darn annoying.
You're big and strong, okay? I hope it comes out okay. Yes!
Was it? Right. One of them looked really weird. Keep, your one starting battle goal, At the end of every round in which your character takes damage, gain an extra battle goal. You win this when you complete a scenario, and you've won at least half of your battle goals. So, if you can just, manage to go through a scenario, not get hurt, and complete the one battle goal you started with, okay, you win. If, however, you're playing, I don't know, say Pain Conduit, where you get hurt a lot, you can wind up with like 8 or 10 or 15 separate battle goals that you've been having to complete. If... So, it could potentially be really difficult to do.
I hope it comes out okay.
Potentially.
Watering time.
One of them. Right. One of them that's basically practically automatic for one player as well. Exhaust during a scenario.
I hope it comes out okay.
You win this battle goal if, after that scenario, like before the next scenario, you can manage to convince another player that your scenario, that your trial is impossible and you should be allowed to reveal it. So it's like, imagine doing that in multiplayer though. Like you're playing and either A, the other players are like such sticklers for the rules, like, no, it doesn't say you're ever allowed to reveal them. I don't care if it's impossible. Surely it has to be possible, so you have to do it eventually. And you just have to keep exhausting in every scenario and just keep trying to tell the others, like, no, I tell you, it's impossible. Just let me reveal it. It's like, no, you're not supposed to reveal until you do it. Just do it first, then we can see how impossible it was. And you could just be stuck on it forever. Or if you're playing with a party that already knows that that's a battle goal that exists, and that would be why someone's saying, hey, my battle goal is impossible, or my trial is impossible, let me reveal it. And they'd be like, oh yes, absolutely, you're exhausted, right? Yes, totally, reveal it to us and show us just how, wink, impossible it is, wink. So a person could just be stuck on it forever if their allies are just, like, sticklers for the rules, because you're not supposed to just say, hey, my battle goal says I have to reveal this in order to complete it. No, you just have to convince them that it's impossible. Like, I didn't look through all of the trials, just, enough to give each of the characters a trial. And I think, was it 3 of the trials that they're getting are going to be automatically passed at the end of... Yeah, 3 of the trials are going to be automatically passed after the first scenario. As long as that one character exhausts. And it's like, how many? Like, of the few that I have seen, quite a few of... Like, at least 2 of them. 2 of them? Yeah. Rely on, like, hey, if you're playing solo, you basically get this automatically.
I hope it comes out okay. Watering time.
It's like, okay, well, I guess I get a reward for playing solo. More of a reward than I was otherwise getting anyway.
Real big and strong, okay?
Cool.
Yes! All right! Nice!
What back home? Drink some of that weird potion-y stuff. Eat, 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 eat. Not dead yet. And call it a day. Almost want to reopen the Frosthaven just to look through the other trials and keep complaining about them. And it's so weird and arbitrary, right? Because, at least I believe, one could get this building open basically immediately, like with the first retirement. Because every retirement opens up like a building. So one could get this one like right away.
Good morning.
Yes. Yes.
Huh? Huh?
Yes.
Why? Huh?
Yes.
What's also really interesting to know about Frosthaven is that the only purposes of money is either buying new goods or enhancing cards. But if you don't have the trading post, you can't buy goods. And if you don't have the enhancer, you can't enhance cards. So if you're playing, like, I don't know, say, two-person, whatever. If you're playing and you just wind up not getting the enhancer or the trading post, then basically all of your character's money doesn't do anything.
Yes. Reporting in.
Like, you're supposed to get the tavern early on so you can go through with, like, the actual main, like, plot of the game. But I got that after I'd already basically done everything. Like, you get the tavern, and that gives you the puzzle book that you're supposed to, like, complete as you advance through the game. Except I'd already gone all those advancements through the game, and then I got the puzzle book.
That's... Let's be off then.
Well, no. Why?
Yes. Yes. That's...
Yeah. Well,
Huh?
yes. Right. What?
Yes. Well, this is...
Now then. Yes!
Huh?
Hey!
Understood.
I got a sleeping point.
How's our little town today?
Meow.
And, like, I do appreciate how much that they're doing for Frosthaven to make it an interesting game. It's just... I don't quite know how exactly to think about it, you know? Like, yes, the game is interesting and all that, but maybe they've just been adding, I don't know, too much? Yeah, but, no. I don't think I'm quite saying this right. They're adding a lot. They have added a lot to the game. It's nice that they have added so much. Sometimes things maybe should have been thought out a little bit better. Or at least, you know, have the rules in to explain the things instead of just assuming that players will know. And, you know, maybe in, like, the physical version of the game, hey, maybe the rules for these challenges are actually in there. They're just not in on the tabletop version. Maybe that's just the case. Maybe that's just the case, and oh hey, I should be able to have known all this. Or maybe since I'm playing in solo, I wasn't supposed to get it. Because when you unlock the building, you go through, like, multiple, like, book entries. I guess it's like, oh, if you're playing solo, go to this. So maybe I just wasn't supposed to get the trials period because I'm playing solo. And you just miss out on all of that. Unless you're playing with people.
Wonderful.
Ooh, you like steel leaves. Those are useful. Of course, I'm gonna chip them out instead of using them for what they're so useful for, but they're still useful. Triple level 5 vegetable, weapon, sword, and shield.
All right. Yes.
Oh. There goes my sword and shield flowers. Not actually here.
All right. All right. Yes. Easy does it.
Now you. Boop, boop. Alrighty. Oh, it was already. Okay.
Take that.
Okay. Perfect.
All right. There.
Sir, do you have anything of your own that you've been wanting to chat about?
Eh. You know, not really. I feel like I mean, my life is just boring. And so unless I have, like, you know, thoughts, TM, yeah, I guess I don't.
No thoughts?
Oh no, my head isn't empty. I'm just... It just doesn't... My head is full of information, not thoughts. You know, aside from you.
When does the giant archipelago start again? Anyway, isn't it like next week?
All right.
Let's just take a look. Doop doop boop boop doop boop boo.
Yes! Take that!
Yeah, the weekend of the 14th. So, I guess possibly
Oh,
starting
well,
Valentine's Day or the day after.
yeah, Valentine's Day weekend. What an interesting thing to do for Valentine's Day.
Yes! Yeah!
Oh gosh, yeah.
Great!
Do we want to talk about how we tried to record Sims yesterday?
You know what? Yeah.
That
was...
so
Oh.
first of all, you didn't load up into the right save to start off with, for some reason. Even though you don't load into a save, you load into whatever save I picked, and somehow you got the wrong one.
Yeah. Well, it loaded into, like... It loaded into where we had left off before our last session, I think?
Yeah. So we had to reload. So everything was fine for me on the first entry, but then so I loaded it into the wrong one. And then on the second entry, apparently the game updated between the first entry and the second entry, so all of a sudden I was like, all of my expansions, all my DLCs were no longer valid.
Yeah.
So yeah, like the first one, it was fine. If you just loaded into the right save, we wouldn't have even noticed anything weird about the game having updated or nothing. How weird is it that it's the free Sims game that keeps getting updates and not the ones that they're now charging, what is it, $40, $50, $60 for? So yeah, we had to do some trickery to get that all fixed up. And then we go back in and it's like, okay, we're both in the right save this time. And then we just slowly start to desynchronize. Person comes to the house from what's essentially the HOA. Lunch is for the populace. Lunch is for the populace.
Thanks.
Yeah, Echo's End will probably have silver, so I'll be able to actually upgrade my tools. That would be cool. Oh, puppies. Puppy, ahead. Here you go. Priscilla. And a new event.
I wonder... Yes. Right.
Oh gosh, just imagine putting like Sky Factory on there after Lego.
Oh,
Or just,
off
you
to
know,
work.
some other Minecraft mod pack. Every, like, achievement you fulfill in your achievement book is a check for someone.
Hi there.
But instead of, like... Oh gosh, something like Divine Journey. So every, like, mission that you complete is a check. But instead of getting the things that you're supposed to get, those are checks that you can receive. So you might get, like, a Chapter 11 item right at the beginning, so you can start working on Chapter 11 stuff. But you don't even have, like, iron tools. What do you have for sale? Yeah,
No
that
need
looks
to
about right.
stop there. Can't make up your mind? Thanks.
Here's some food.
That's awesome. Ta-da!
She gives us some fish, of course.
You rang?
Oh, good. Do.
Working hard?
Now, I will say I am a fan of... I may be a fan of things being, like, more complicated than they need to be. Because, hey, if it's, if you're spending all your time figuring out how to make something work, at least you're not necessarily bored of it yet. Once it gets easy to do, that's when it becomes boring. So, like, working jobs in the past where I'm doing something all day, that's not so bad. I've had, for my job working like Tim Hortons, I've literally had days where I'd start working and there would always be a customer that I had to, you know, work for, whatever. And the hours just passed like nothing.
My stars.
The big issue is not being allowed to sit down at jobs. Especially when there's nothing happening. Working in cashier at a place like, why are cashiers not allowed to sit down? I can do the cashier stuff sitting just fine.
All right. Yes.
Why is it considered so unprofessional if someone is working while they sit? Like, that's the argument that they give. Oh, it looks unprofessional. Like, if I go into, like, a store, and there's a cashier there sitting down, I think, oh, good.
1, 2.
They're not, you know, putting their legs and lower back at constant stress because some manager thinks that they shouldn't be allowed to sit down. This store must be good because it allows their employees the chance to sit and not, you know, unnecessarily strain themselves.
My day is made.
I'm sure that there's some health risks to having someone standing for
Whoa!
8 solid hours a day, 5 days a week. Sure, sitting all the time is also bad, but I imagine that standing all the time is also bad as well.
Welcome. Take your time. Thanks. Welcome.
What's that pot? Let's get one of these. Yeah, boiled pumpkin, right? Just start.
Take your time.
I need a
Thanks.
pot license? I'm sorry? Well, I guess I'm gonna try to go and get a pot license. So I can boil things. Oh, you know, I didn't know you came in here.
Is it not? This is splendid. Oh. Wonderful.
Carrot seeds, okay?
Skill up. Yes.
Yeah, I do believe that with a few
Nice.
weeks,
Nice.
one could make like a proper tabletop RPG out of like Gloomhaven or Frosthaven. Because one could absolutely like make up their own scenarios. Honestly, I was surprised that I didn't wind up seeing more like custom Gloomhaven scenarios back when the game was super popular. Like I'd even seen a tool to like make like scenario maps and stuff. But I didn't see any like people being all like, oh yeah, I made my own like campaign of blah blah blah. Like surely it's possible. Heck, I had even had a plan to make my own little campaign myself at one point. The scenario 1/scenario 0 is like everyone starts off like on a boat, it's on fire, so you have like a set amount of time to like leave. But also there's, you know, enemies in the way. There's like bandits on the burning boat, so you have to take care of the bandits while also trying to leave.
Let's see.
Alright. So I have, no, I got you. I got both of you. These two and you. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Is there someone in town I'm missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes. Oh, him. I always forget about him for some reason. I don't know why. Like, what I have seen is people making their own custom, like, classes and stuff, and those are neat. It's always so interesting unlocking, like, a new class and seeing what new mechanics it goes for and tries to make use of, and what new, like, perk cards.
Hey, quit treating me like a kid.
Frosthaven has, what is it, two distinct characters that each have a perk that gives them advantage in a certain situation.
Guess what?
Turns out having advantage constantly is a really nice thing. Advantage is incredibly useful.
Take this.
Hey, there you are, Terry. So, Terry, I hear people have been insulting you. No, it's okay, you can talk about it. Meow. Oh. What? I don't want to live in a town full of people who are, you know, dysentery. Town full of... Yeah, whatever. You get it? It's a pun. It's punny. I really appreciate that Rune Factory 4 and Rune Factory 5. Like, it isn't of the most vital importance that you make sure to grow all of your crops in season. Rune Factory 1, 2, and 3, as soon as it hits the wrong season for a crop, the crops just die. That's why I had to use the different, like, seasonal fields. Rune Factory... Yeah, Rune Factory 3 had seasonal fields. Rune Factory 2...
Watering time.
Yeah. Rune Factory 2 had the 4 dungeons, each one was a season. Rune Factory 1, you had to unlock them. Eventually get access to them. Rune Factory 3,
Watering time.
I feel like, yeah, you can enter them right from the onset again. And then Rune Factory 4, you had to
1,
unlock them,
2.
but they aren't of top vital importance. And Rune Factory 5 does not have seasonal fields. It has the dragons that seem like that they would be seasonal fields, but the dragons' fields are not seasonal. Because, once again, you don't actually need seasonal fields anymore. It's just a perk as opposed to a requirement. Still though, I like the idea of seasonal fields though. Going to, you know, oh hey, this place is like in a volcano, so it always feels like it's summertime. I guess like too many people complained about, it's like, oh, it shouldn't actually be like that. Whatever, I enjoyed it. Okay, now Azura, here's a big question. How could I potentially combine Frosthaven and Rune Factory?
That, I have no idea.
Like, I feel like it would be possible. Does it really not have soda yet? I feel like it would be possible to do, considering that, like you plant your vegetables or your flowers, whatever, you go out on adventure, you come back, they're fully grown, and then you can do other stuff. So, like Frosthaven, it's split into, like Frosthaven, and, like, Rune Factory, it's split into the farming / town area, and the going into dungeons area.
Uh-huh.
Watering time.
So I'd imagine potentially you'd have like your one main character, right? And then you could recruit like townsfolk or monsters that you have convinced to join you to join in as extra companions, so you could still have like 4 characters. So if you're trying to do that as if they were normal characters in, say, Frosthaven, that means that basically every monster would have to have their own stats or something, if they're supposed to work like a normal character. Alternatively, they could just work like a summon, which I think would do a lot better. No, yeah, the normal monsters act as summons. The boss monsters, if you can recruit them, act as their own individual characters. I think that would be a better idea. Alrighty. I was using magic here. Spent my magic to heal myself and then go back to lay more meow, but I'm not doing that, so whatever.
All right. Nice. All right.
And I've always wondered about the wheel and spokes design of adventures. Because if you think about, for example, D&D,
Yes.
a lot of the campaigns are you go through, you do A, then you do B, then you do C, and they're like, even if they're not supposed to seem like it, they are rather linear.
All right.
Like,
Right.
you know, like you're on a journey, you're on a destination. Like, no, you have to cross the ocean, then you go through the forest, then you go through the mountain, as opposed to having adventures where, like, you are in this city, you go out from the city to do an adventure, then you come back to the city. So even, I think, before I started playing Gloomhaven, I'd wanted to do an adventure where you start, like, in a town. You go out from the town to do adventures, bring stuff back for the town, and start making the town a better place to live. Maybe you go out and, like, you know, you find some bandits and you show them the error of their ways, and you bring them back to town and they start, you know, turning over a new leaf. I feel like that could be a really interesting idea for the campaign. So you have, like, your central hub that just, you know, gets improved over time. So you can have some pride in, like, where you've come from, how far you've gone.
There we go. I hope it comes out okay. 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 All right. There we go. Yes! Yes!
And, like, I wonder how well it could be implemented if you did the different, like, say, Frosthaven stuff in a D&D campaign. Like, imagine, you know, playing in a game and then, hey look, now you have individual trials you can go for. And if you complete the trial, I don't know, what might you get? Extra experience? A special magic item or something? Some, you know, NPC, maybe a cleric or something, tells you like, oh yes, if you can solve these trials, then like you can get special goods. You encourage the players to do them, but also it's like somehow try to tell them like, oh, by the way, you're not allowed to tell each other what your goals are because reasons. Or heck, sure, tell each other your goals, but only the person who it's assigned to can actually solve it anyway. Sure, why not tell each other? I need to get like a bunch of pom-pom grass. If I could get that, then I can at least get better healing. Can I buy pom-pom grass? I don't think I can buy pom-pom grass seeds yet. No, I cannot. So I might as well keep using these. And that's all I'm allowed to make. Do.
Yes!
Oh, okay. Let's see. Strength, vitality, intelligence. Right, 176, 259, 172. Health is 1515. Hey look, I got +3 maximum HP just for picking that thing up. Somewhere out there, someone either is or has done a Rune Factory, just maximize every stat playthrough. Trying to just farm up all of their stat points. And you know what? More power to them. Good luck on trying. Goodness knows I've spent quite a few hours trying to get maximum health in Rune Factory 4. Well, after you get to level 50,000, the only ways to increase your max HP are either heart drinks or getting those things. Once you've reached level 50,000 and gotten all of your skills up past 99, those are the only two things that will increase your health any further. And I made and drank an excessive amount of heart potions. Like if there are any health conditions that one might suffer from having too many heart potions, I would have found them. I had so many of those.
All right.
And yeah, after a point in Rune Factory 4,
Right.
the only reasonable way of getting extra skill points is by farming, because it takes so long to grind up even one level of a skill anymore that you can't really just naturally grind it anymore. You just have to use the farms and just to get your skills. You can either spend multiple in-game days allowing yourself to get beaten up by a swarm of enemies to try to build up your defense by 1 point, or just spend some time farming and maybe build up defense as well as a bunch of other skills. Yeah, that's just what you get.
There! There! Take that! Yeah! There you go. Take that! Yeah! Take that! There you go.
Oh gosh, Green Pepper and glow speed is super low too. Oh. Okay, I've shipped out level 1, but that used to be it. You know, I might have shipped out high levels, but only since 1. I have shipped out the green pepper seed.
There!
Whatever, just allow it to grow anyway.
Yeah! Yeah! Take that! Easy does it. There we go. Easy does it.
We're back home. There's a sign for this, right? That says, like, what stuff is available? No, there is not. Yeah, I know there's bronze available.
Nice. Nice.
Can I really not get silver yet?
Nice. Yes. Yes. Nice. Nice.
Turnips? Cool, turnips.
There.
Excuse me. Okay, better. Worked out a little bit more.
There.
So, I don't know.
There.
So it seems, yeah. Essentially, the Wednesday game is on a indefinite hiatus, so I don't know when I'm going to be playing that again. It feels like just playing like one game a week is nice, but it's not quite enough. Like, I kind of want to be playing like 2 games a week of D&D, you know?
I suppose.
Understand? So you don't play D&D
All
anymore.
right.
Yeah.
All right.
Although, in all fairness, playing D&D is really bad with my attention disorders. DM will be talking on and on about, you know, plot-relevant stuff, and I'm just there like, I have no idea what you're saying. I try to pay attention, it just doesn't work. So yeah, no, I'm listening. You said something about Argon? Argon?
All
Aragorn?
right. All right.
I don't think that was a joke, so it probably wasn't Aragorn. Flowers for Algernon?
Yes. All right.
Alright, I believe at one point recently we talked about games similar to, like, Dark Cloud 2.
Right.
Theoretically, supposedly, the sequel of Sword of the Necromancer is supposed to have some Dark Cloud 2-esque feel to it. It's supposed to have those sorts of vibes. So if that winds up being the case, that'll be pretty cool.
Hi-ya! There we go. Yeah. Take that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because, like, they had stated that they want to make, like, a own building thing similar to that of Dark Cloud 2.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Take that.
And
you go.
I don't know when this game is actually supposed to come out. Maybe this year. I think it was supposed to come out a few years ago. But you know how development is.
There we
No
go.
one can keep track of how long it takes to actually do things.
Take that. Hi-ya. Easy does it. There you go. Hi-ya. Hi-ya.
And also, like, there's a Gloomhaven video game. Like, heck, I played it, like, while I was at your place.
Hmm?
And I remember being on, like, the Gloomhaven/Frosthaven Discord, and someone had said that there was no possible way that anyone could ever program a Frosthaven video game akin to, like, the Gloomhaven game. Not that it just wasn't happening, but that it wouldn't be possible to do. And it's like, what the heck happens in Frosthaven that is somehow impossible to replicate on a computer? It's not like you're asking it to make a one-to-one accurate D&D campaign that allows the players to do anything. Like, it's a board game. How could it not be automatically programmed? They made Gloomhaven. Sure, Frosthaven has a bit more stuff, but it's not like an infinite amount more. How in the world could it be impossible to do? And, like, the guy was very certain, for whatever reason, that was apparently impossible to do. And, yeah, I just don't believe that. Yeah, I don't know what it is that some people are just so adamant on things that are,
There you go.
like, certainly not true. Oh, it'd be impossible to do this, or, oh, no one could ever do so-and-so,
There.
like, yeah, just because you can't do it doesn't mean it's impossible to do. Those same people would probably have said it would have been impossible to make a Gloomhaven video game if it didn't already exist. Just short, like, 5 seeds. Not to mention there's a whole other dragon out here. The seed store's already closed.
Hi-ya.
Oh, apparently that's already been watered. Okay, cool. I feel like I should have gone 200 seeds. I just didn't actually go for all that.
Yes! All right! All right!
Yeah, what I should do is change up one of these to just be a nice fodder field. That way I won't have to keep getting new seeds and I can just... Alright. I'm gonna go and save the game, and then next time, I don't know, maybe let's go through this here dungeon.
Dungeon.
Yeah, but I hear it's like a real mesh.
No.
No, not a good little joke. Not good enough?
No.
Well, I tried. As we all know. Licenses. Wait, I thought...
I'll do my best. All right! Let's get to work. I'll do my best.
Wait, what? The test is asking the same question twice. You find a way.
All right! Let's get to work.
I do appreciate the comedic answers here. Let's go back up. And I guess, maybe not next episode, but the episode after the next one, we can look at getting some new cooking utensils. What even can I cook with the stuff that I have available? I can cook pickled turnip. That doesn't... No, that gives an okay amount of... Gives an okay amount, just not much. Yeah, that's perfect.
Time to eat. Time to eat. Time to eat. Delicious.
Alright, so that's the episode of this episode. That's the end of this episode of Rune. So, if you've all enjoyed,
It's the episode of the episode as we know it.
ah, shoot, you caught that.